Hey guys, Thogden here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we've got a very interesting topic. It's the Champions League, week 6, which means it's the deciding weeks for most of the group games. So a lot of these games are irrelevant, but some of them mean twice as much. Hold your horses, Thogdad. Before we get into the Champions League predictions, we need to speak about Omada because there is a new YouTube Creators League, and I'm mad. Because Theo Baker and Harry Hesketh think their fans are as clever as ours.
Let's not take the piss here.
Join the league. I want to see the top 20 all being TDL. Make your name have TDL in it.
Harry has got no chance, Theo. I'm playing Armada every morning. I get me 20 free coins. I am loving this game.
PS5 and FIFA points winners for this week as well. So not only are we repping the TDL in our name, we're also winning stuff. Code is on the screen. We're going to take down these bloody YouTubers.
The stuff is great, Theo, but for me, it's all about the pride. Me and you are going to win this league, along with the TDL.
It's completely free to play. It's a fun game. You predict the football games, and with the Champions League games coming up this week, use your knowledge, boys.
Theo, everybody needs a bit of Omada in their lives.
First link in description, code on the screen, the rest is history. What is the first game?
Well, first of all, the likes target,
Oh, yeah.
Theo. Let's have 10,000 likes because this is game week 6 of the UCL, isn't it?
We can do it. 5-figure likes for the boys and the girls. Let's get into the first game.
It is PSG against Club Bruges. It's in Belgium. This is Group A, Theo, second against fourth. Now, it doesn't really matter to PSG.
Yep.
But I tell you what, I saw them play Lens at the weekend. They were really poor.
No, you don't have any islands in. You don't have any islands
Theo,
in.
that is probably the worst joke you've ever told.
You don't have any. Can you see the
Move
screen?
on, Theo.
I think PSG are going to beat Bruges because they are that little bit too good. Having said that, if Bruges were to get a result, they could potentially go above Leipzig and get a Europa League spot. So this game means a lot to Bruges, but nothing to Paris Saint-Germain. Having said that, they're just a little bit too good for them. And at Parc des Princes, I think they'll edge it 2-1. It'll be a cagey game, though.
That is key, Theo. It's in Paris. Bruges are very much a home side. And I reckon Bruges lost the last 3. They're going to lose this one 3-1. I think the likes of Icardi are going to enjoy this game.
But if they want to qualify for Europe, they need to win.
It is massive, but it's a step too far.
Or draw, and that goes above Leipzig. And if Leipzig lose to City, they go above. But that brings us nicely on to Leipzig City. Same group. Same problem we're talking about. Leipzig currently sit in third on the same amount of points of fourth. PSG and City are relevant. They're both first and second. Do you believe Leipzig can come away with any points against City to ensure that they get European football?
I tell you what, Theo, RB Leipzig have got a chance here for 2 reasons. Number one, they score a lot of goals. They've scored 13 goals already. And that man, Christopher Nkunku, has got 7 of them. The other thing is that I think Man City will take a weakened team. And my prediction is based upon this. I think this is going to be 2-2.
I've written down 2-2 as well.
No, you haven't.
We've both gone for the same prediction here.
And it's mainly because City don't need anything from this game.
They don't. They literally need nothing. And to fly out to Leipzig right now, especially with all restrictions, and City are focusing on the Prem anyway and all the English games they've got going on, they just don't want to be there. They've already got to the Champions League knockouts. They've had some great results. The game is so pointless for them. I genuinely believe Leipzig will be fired up. Their fans will create an atmosphere inside that ground where I seriously reckon they can edge a draw. I think it's going to be a Dominic Szoboszlai 90+3 equaliser to send them through to that third position. Europa League for Leipzig. On to the next one.
AC Milan against Liverpool, Theo, in Group B. It's third against first. And the key here, Theo, AC Milan can go above Porto here. Will it happen, though?
Dad, there's so many things that can happen in this group. Porto, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid. All 3 of them can go above each other or stay. But let's just stick with AC Milan and Liverpool first. Liverpool, probably the best team on form in the world right now. The football they're playing is absolutely incredible, but this game means nothing to them. It means everything to AC Milan. So I'm feeling a big Milan win.
Wow.
I know it's ballsy, and I know people will sit there and say no chance, but they want it more. They got a 3-2 draw at Anfield, and that was solid. To get 2 goals, that proves something. I think they're going to win 2-1. And that would send them above Porto in that second place, which means sends them through to the Champions League. It would be massive.
Wow, you've just said that Liverpool are losing this week. And you know what, Theo? I think you're right.
What?
I think AC Milan will win this. And the reason here is I think
Dad, you copied my notes, you're
Liverpool
just taking it from
will rest players. Now, Mo Salah obviously loves this tournament. He's got 6 goals, so he's way up there in the Golden Boot race. But they will send a second stream, 1-0 to Milan.
So if AC Milan get 3 points, They go up to 7 points in the table. Porto on 5, Atletico on 4. What's happening in this match?
Well, I'll tell you what, Porto is second in the group, but for me, Theo, they've not been very convincing. They've only scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I think this might be an away win. I'm going Porto 0, Atletico 1. I think they'll sneak it.
But Dad, Porto did so well. I think they got nearly to the Champions League quarterfinals. They nearly knocked out Chelsea, who went on to win it, Thog Dad. Porto went on an incredible run last year in the Champions League. They've proven it. Are they going out like this?
I just think the pressure, of course a win here gets them into the last 16. I just feel they'll bottle it. I don't know why I feel that, but I think it's going to be a 1-0 away win.
Something tells me this is going to be a João Felix masterclass back in Portugal. The ex-Benfica player to knock out FC Porto. There's a lot on the line, and I just think Diego Simeone will find a way. I agree with you. I think it'll be a different result. Porto 1, Atletico 2, which means we both agree that AC Milan and Atletico Madrid will go through. AC Milan will go through on Champions League spots and Atletico to Europa League. I think we agree on that.
That is a very nutty group. Honestly, it's one of the most interesting of the groups.
Insane.
Ajax against Sporting Club de Portugal. He's got the shirt on. This is Group C, first against second. And this is a meaningless game.
It is.
Because Ajax are so brilliant. But it means something to Sebastian Haller.
It does.
Because he's got 9 goals. He's leading that golden boot race, isn't he, with Lewandowski.
And partly because the first time they played, it was 5-1. And Haller just went goal crazy.
Absolutely. I'm going to get straight to it here. Ajax are a better team, 3-1.
3-0 Ajax. I think for Ajax fans watching this video, you should be hopeful that you can go and potentially go on a little Champions League run. We've seen it previously. The football you're playing under Ten Hag is brilliant. So 3-0. I'm sorry, Sporting fans.
Borussia Dortmund against Besiktas, third against fourth in Group C. What has gone wrong with Borussia Dortmund? Lost 3 in a row, Theo.
Well, Haaland gets injured and the results fall. I know he's back now, and they had a good 3-2 loss against Bayern, and the referee. They played well. There was fight. And I think Dortmund are a serious contender for Europa League. Haaland's back. And Jude Bellingham, who's been really good recently. I think this is a bit of a trial run to show them what they can do. I think Dortmund will win this 2-0 comfortably. Besiktas haven't won any of their games. So I think they'll just have a bit of fun and show the European teams in the Europa how they can do.
Absolutely. Besiktas have been absolutely woeful. This will be 3-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Real Madrid against Inter Milan, first against second in Group D. It doesn't really matter. Real Madrid just need a win or a draw to win the group. Surely they'll get it, Theo.
Well, that's key. They can't bottle it to Inter.
Yeah.
Because if they do, then they're getting ball 2. And that means they're playing against one of the top teams in the next round of the Champions League knockouts. Nobody wants that in their sandwiches. I'm going to go Real Madrid 2-0. I think Vinicius Jr. is proving to be one of the best wingers out there in European football right now. So a goal for him, a goal for Benzema. I think they're still a decent team.
Yeah, I think it will be a home win, Theo. I'm going 1-0 to Real Madrid.
Shakhtar versus Sheriff now. What do you reckon for this one, Thog Dad?
Well, Shakhtar have been woeful, Theo. 1 point and 1 goal in the whole tournament. They're just playing for pride.
Yeah, this game's pointless.
Well, it's pointless, but Sheriff, massive respect to them.
Well, this is what I mean. I don't think Sheriff will go out without a fight. It doesn't matter. Like, this is European football. This season, they are the team, man. They're the underdogs. They're the dark horses. Because Shakhtar are just useless and can't win a game in Europe, I think Sheriff will just go out there and think, yeah, we're better than them. We scored more goals. Let's go out there and fight and get a win. 2-1 Sheriff.
Well, Sheriff are the team that beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. That's gone down in Moldovan folklore. Quite incredible. But you know what? I just think this might be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I think Shakhtar will want to get something.
Yeah, Sheriff are going Europa, and I really want to see them go on a run there.
Yeah.
Like, I might go follow if they get like maybe if they get like a Rangers or a Scottish team or an English team in Europa League. I'll be there 100%. That'll be a tasty encounter, won't it?
Absolutely. And now for the Wednesday games. Bayern Munich against Barcelona, first against second in Group E. This is the big one, isn't it? Now, Bayern Munich at first, Theo, 100% record, 19 goals. Lewandowski's got 9 of them. But Barcelona could be crashing out of this tournament, couldn't they?
Dad, Lewandowski will be fired up. He's just come second in the Ballon d'Or to Leo Messi in a year where he scored 54 goals or something crazy like that. He's going to go batter Barcelona as revenge, really. It's probably going to be 3-0 Bayern and at least a Lewandowski brace.
But Barcelona have not conceded in 3 games in this tournament. They started off badly. They're coming back.
Yeah, but they haven't faced Bayern in those 3.
That is very, very true. I'm going to get straight to it. Bayern Munich are a better team. Barcelona are having a shocking season. They're stinking up the gaff. Bayern Munich 2, Barcelona 0.
Yep, and if we agree, and this does come to life, it makes the group very interesting as we move on to Benfica against Dynamo Kyiv. If Bayern beat Barcelona, which, by the way, is very likely because
Yeah.
they're twice as good. Benfica only need to win to send Barcelona out of the Champions League, Thogdad.
It's really amazing. And they're playing a team, Dynamo Kyiv, who've got 1 goal and 1 point in the tournament. So it's in the hands of the Portuguese. And you know what? I think they'll do it. I think it'll be Benfica 2, Dynamo Kyiv 0. I think Barcelona are going to the Europa League.
Xavi's boys
Yes.
at the Champions League, Thogdad.
Absolutely, Theo.
You are correct.
Yeah.
I agree. No mug chance today. Benfica 2-1 for me. They are a solid team. They're better than Dynamo Kyiv. Do I think they're bottled it? No, not at home. I'm telling you, boys and girls, Barcelona are off to European, well, the second European tier, the Europa League, which means maybe a cheeky Dortmund-Barcelona final.
Or Barcelona Rangers.
Ooh, I don't know. Listen, Europa League is getting a bit tasty.
Atalanta against Villarreal in Group F, Theo. This is 3rd against 2nd. Now, if Atalanta win this, they go through to the next round. This is a really tight group, isn't it?
This is insane. Villarreal on 7 points with a 2+ goal difference. Atalanta in 3rd, below them, on 6 points, 1 point below. But their goal difference is 0. It's equal. So they have to win this game to go above them. A draw isn't enough because of the difference. What are you thinking? It's in Bergamo. The Atalanta fans will be behind them. They want to get Champions League football. They've got a quality side. We saw them previously. Do you remember when they went on that run and joined the restricted Champions League games without fans? They went really far in the Champions League. I think they're going to win this.
Do you know, Theo, Villarreal really bottled it against Young Boys in Switzerland. That was a 3-3 draw. If they'd won that one, they'd be sitting above Atalanta. I agree with you. I think in Italy, this is going to be a 2-1 win to Atalanta.
I think this could be one of the games of the season, to be honest. Atalanta 3, Villarreal 2. I just think this is going to be scenes in Bergamo. Maybe a Zapata winner. I always mention him. He always bags a goal. The other game in this group is pointless. Man United Young Boys, completely pointless.
Yeah.
And we'll get onto that now. What's your prediction for that?
Well, this is 1st against 4th, isn't it?
It doesn't matter.
Man United need a draw or a win to win the group. So, Theo, I think they'll put a reasonable team out there. I think Man United will win this 3-1. I think the goals will come from Donny van der Beek and Mason Greenwood and Cristiano.
I think they'll keep a clean sheet and win 2-0. Ralph Rangnick has got it going. He seems to sort out the defence. Tellers and Dallo doing a better job than Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Just mentioning it, the Ralph way, Sancho and Rashford to score 2-0. I'd like to see more from Sancho and Rashford. I'm thinking about them on FPL. But the game is pointless in terms of European football. They've already qualified.
But the thing is, it's not pointless to Cristiano. He's got 6 goals in 5 games. He'd love to get that golden boot. He loves to win everything. And it was really interesting, wasn't it? See that Man United game and that 4-2-2-2 formation. It was good, wasn't it?
This could be just a Ronaldo stat padding session.
RB Salzburg against Sevilla. This is 2nd versus 3rd in Group G. This is the tightest group of them all, isn't it, Theo? What's happening here?
5, 6, 7, 8. 1 point separating each position in the table from the German club Wolfsburg to Sevilla, Salzburg, Lille. We're going to start with Salzburg at home. And if you look at their form, Salzburg, they win at home.
Yes.
They've got a good record. And Adeyemi is a special talent, always been linked with Dortmund. I think he'll score a big goal to get a 2-1 home win against Sevilla. What do you reckon, Dad?
Well, Sevilla are good at drawing away from home. And I think this is what's going to happen here. This is going to be a 1-1 draw, Theo.
Wow, I see 2. So we're going on different paths here. You might have to just create separate tables around us because this creates different situations in Group G. Moving on to the next game, Wolfsburg against Lille. Now, Lille are 3 points ahead of Wolfsburg. Lille are in 1st. Wolfsburg are in 4th. But it's all up for grabs because if Wolfsburg win, and you predicted 2 draws, Dad, that means Wolfsburg could potentially push up to 2nd, couldn't they?
Wolfsburg, if they win, can push up to 2nd. That's amazing. Bottom of the group at the moment. Now, Lille are the form team, aren't they, Theo?
Yeah.
They've won the last 2 games. But you know what? I'm going to be boring here. This is another 1-1 draw. So I don't think the table's going to move much.
That's insane. Okay, so you believe Lille and Salzburg will qualify?
Yes, I do.
Well, I've gone for Wolfsburg 2, Lille 2.
Wow.
And I get the feeling it'll be a Jonathan David last-minute equaliser to send Lille back their 1st place. Because what you got to remember, if Wolfsburg were ahead, they could have sneaked up to 2nd, depending on the other results. So it's all changing around in this group. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw, which will, I agree, send Lille and Salzburg through to the Champions League. And yeah, I mean, the fact that Lille are in ball number 1 in the Champions League, that is a game that everyone's going to be looking forward to. If your team's in 2nd and you reckon you can beat them, It's all up for grabs, lads.
And finally, Group H, Juventus against Malmo, second against fourth. This should be very easy for Juventus. Malmo have been pretty woeful. I'll get straight to it. Juventus 3, Malmo 0.
Yeah, my man. Like I'm Gary V. This is going to be a Juventus 3-0 battering. Malmo are useless.
They've scored 1 goal all tournament. That brings us on to third against first.
Yes.
Zenit St. Petersburg against Chelsea. Now, this is interesting because if Chelsea fail to win, Theo, they could be second place to Juventus.
Even with their 9+ goal difference.
Yes, yeah. If Juventus win and Chelsea draw, it's not enough for Chelsea. What's going to happen here, lad?
And Chelsea don't. I mean, Tuchel knows you don't want to be in ball 2. If you're in ball 2, you're a mug. And Tuchel's not a mug. So he's going to get a result. But it's never easy at Zenit. And at this stadium, it's going to be absolutely rocking. A lot of Russia. There is a connection between Russia and Chelsea with Abramovich. So Zenit will treat this like their cup final. Because after this game, Zenit are down in Europa League. They can go out there and have a Juba party. They might even bring the dogs out like they did before the game. Josh slap on the screen. That was absolutely brilliant.
That was funny, that.
I think this is going to be a tight 2-1 Chelsea win.
Oh my goodness. Chelsea only conceded 1 goal in this tournament. I think it's going to be very low scoring. I think Zenit will try for a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
That would be seen as a victory out in Russia. It's a very proud city, a very proud country. But I think this will be Zenit 0, Chelsea 1.
And a little shout out for all you Chelsea fans that are thinking of going out there. You will potentially be there again this summer because that stadium, Zenit's ground, will host the Champions League final this year. That is my hometown from my mum's side. I love St. Petersburg. If you're travelling out, have a good time. You'll be fine. Don't worry about the whole, no, you'll be fine. It's a lovely city.
Theo, you used to live there as a baby. I used to push you around in your pram when you were 1 year old.
Yeah. All right, that's all the predictions done. Comment down below what you think. Who's going through first and second? The key groups, I would say, is Group E with Barcelona and Group B. So if you could comment down below Group B and Group E, what you think, who's going through first, second, third, let us know in the comments below. Those are the tasty ones. If someone gets it right, I'm going to be following people back on Instagram. Screenshot what you said in the comments now, and we'll compare at the end of Wednesday evening. We're going to be doing loads of live streams. I might even try fly out to one of these games because there's so many stories from all this. Boreham Wood, St. Albans tonight anyway. That is a cracker. Smash 10,000 likes and go download Omada. Let's get that league up to 10k. We want to see people's results, test your football knowledge, and win a Champions League kit signed by Thogdad Bullet Headers. Bye, guys.
See ya.